Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
I have a pharmacy across the street. There's drugs there too. So yeah, no, I'm not concerned.
Mixed reactions on this Monday from businesses surrounding the location of Moorhead's medical marijuana dispensary. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight.
The lease for the strip mall location was signed late last week, and there's already been work being done. Valley News Team's Bradford Eric shows us where it's going and whether the business community thinks it's a good idea for this location.
7th and Main Plaza, the location of Moorhead's newest business, a medical marijuana dispensary. According to Jim Booz, right now they're transforming the store from the old Subway restaurant that used to be there.
Those people who feel that they need this will get the benefit of the medical marijuana, and I'm glad that it's on a very limited basis.
The Lost and Found Ministry sits right across the road from the new dispensary, and their mission is to help those suffering from drug addiction.
Yeah, the location took us by surprise. We just found out on Saturday.
Beth Brantner is a counselor at Lost and Found, and she's not thrilled about their new neighbor. She feels medical cannabis needs to be cleared first by the FDA and fears this could be a step toward recreational legalization.
It puts a spin on it that it cures things, and it makes it more acceptable.
They're just doing it to help relieve pain because I've known way too many people in way too much pain.
Ginny manages the nearby Applause costumes and dancewear. She says she grew up in a different time when marijuana was all around you.
I'm not concerned with it being right next door or around the corner or whatever. It's like I have a pharmacy across the street. There's drugs there too. So yeah, no, I'm not concerned.
You know that they have an in-depth security process, and certainly we'll work with them as well as eventually this place opens.
The Moorhead PD know the unique nature of this business, but say they don't have any concerns either. In Moorhead, Bradford Eric, Valley News Live.
Many of the businesses we talked to today had no idea a dispensary location had been picked right in their backyard. Minnesota Medical Solutions says they picked the location because it has ample parking and easy access for patients. They add security will be tight and only patients will be allowed inside.
A former MSU Moorhead football player has been sentenced to 60 days in prison for rape. Zachary Hilliard has already served 57 days and will be on probation for 2 years. Hilliard pleaded guilty last month to fifth-degree sexual conduct. Court documents say the victim said no multiple times, but Hilliard allegedly continued to rape her. But many are asking why such a light sentence. Judge Galen Voss says he believes Hilliard is no danger to the victim or to the public, and State Prosecutor Pamela Lee Harris explains to us how they came to this sentencing.
For a more serious charge, we would have needed physical force or injury. We would have needed to show some sort of perhaps incapacitation, or that she wasn't aware or couldn't consent or withhold consent. So there was a myriad of factors that fell into it.
We did reach out to Judge Vaugh for comment. He declined.
Well, some very rainy conditions in the metro these last few days. It sounds like neighboring towns, well, they got some snow earlier. Let's turn it over to Hutch to see if that's going to continue tonight. Hutch?
Yes, it looks like a very soggy evening, Stephanie. Here's a look at what we've seen so far as estimated by the scanning Doppler radar. And we see that the heaviest band of precipitation from the central Dakotas to the north and east through the Red River Valley. Accumulations of around an inch for Crookston and the Crookston area estimated by radar, and an estimate of about 1 3/4 of an inch for Fargo-Moorhead. By and large, the bullseye, though, down to our south and west. Jamestown, 2.4 inches, points southern Stutsman County, but the Ellendale area and portions of Dickey County, estimates of 5.5 inches of rain. There are flood advisories in that area. The rain is continuing to wrap out of the region tonight. It could change over to snow, but the cold air is what's going to take hold as we go through the overnight. So a freeze warning is in effect for the Devil's Lake Basin, a frost advisory for our western counties. That means 30s on the way overnight.
Wow, it's amazing how things can change so quickly.
Chilly. Some more rain in the forecast. Details in a few minutes.
Thank you, Hutch. People struggling with chronic alcoholism and how to help them is a problem that many communities face. Now Grand Forks will tackle the problem with a new social detox center that should be ready for operation in November. The Northeast Human Services Center has spearheaded an effort to turn this single-story building across the street from the county office building into a social detox center. The building is being remodeled into a 10-bed facility where a staff of 2 will give chronic alcoholics a safe place to stay and try to get them treatment.
We've not had a detox in Grand Forks before, and we really are stressing treatment as part of our detox program. So we hope that we'll be successful. We're also going to have procedures in place that we don't have frequent flyers, people who need to come back every weekend.
Surrounding cities and counties in northeast North Dakota will also be able to use the center for a fee. Half of the $250,000 startup cost is being funded with state and federal money. The Northeast Human Services Center, city, county, All True, and UND are expected to fund the remaining portion. Finding an affordable apartment can be hard enough. But how do you know if the property you want to rent is safe? Tonight on Valley News Live, 10 at 10, we poured through the safety inspections for hundreds of properties in the Fargo-Moorhead area to show you who made the grade and who failed. If you're a renter, you don't want to miss this.
Voters in Clay County could be asked to help pay for a new jail. The county administrator, Brian Berg, says a half-cent sales tax may be necessary for the project. In the meantime, officials in Clay County focusing on getting some help from the state. Berg is putting the paperwork together, asking for $15 million in a grant. Berg says because criminal problems in North Dakota's oil patch have moved to the metro area, that may help the county get the grant. Uber's coming to Fargo on Thursday. Fargo will be the first city in North Dakota to have the program. Uber is a ride-share app that is meant to connect drivers to riders. The app allows you to rate both drivers and passengers, and it's now available in more than 300 cities across the world. But the concern for safety has some worry. Tonight, the Fargo City Commission will talk about the ordinance related to ride shares. The ride share is already in parts of Minnesota, the closest city being Minneapolis.
It's Monday and it's time for our Digging In segment. Valley News Team's Christy Larson is getting lawn and gardening experts advice on how to make beautiful spaces to enjoy this summer. Now, if you haven't fertilized yet, now's a great time. The rain's going to make all the dandelion and weeds pop up. So now is a great time to kill those weeds out there and green up your lawn. And what about the pesky mosquitoes? Well, experts suggest using a fogger for those quick fixes. Or if you have a bigger area, you may want to check out the mosquito magnet. We'll be talking with local experts next Monday as well, so be sure to tune in from 5 to 7 a.m. with Christy Larson for another segment of Digging In. A Detroit Lakes business is back open after nearly a month. Nearly 40 dogs and puppies got sick at Lucky Dog Boarding and Training Center.
Vets are calling it an upper respiratory virus and are testing for the dog flu. Valley News Team's Ashley Bishop talked with the owner of Lucky Dog about why she believes it is the dog flu and how pet owners can keep their animals healthy.
I believe that this flu, it's here. You know, it's in America. It's going to eventually travel to all 50 states.
In early April, Linda Widowich's 2 puppies developed a cough, and within the next few days, her whole litter, along with the adult dogs, became sick after interacting with a dog from Ohio.
I again talked with the veterinarian, and he said, this is very unusual. It's something that's novel to the area that we've not had in the area before, because the adult dogs should have immunity.
Linda started canceling Lucky Dog classes and boarding, but she couldn't shut down completely because numerous city pounds are located at the facility, in addition to a dog nonprofit. The facility was put into a quarantine, and then the facility was scrubbed from floor to ceiling.
Yes, we spent a lot of money on bleach. We put it in, mixed it with water, put it in pump-up sprayers.
Vets at the Detroit Lakes Animal Hospital worked with the sick dogs and helping clean the facility. They say test results should be back in a few weeks to reveal what the dogs were suffering from.
This is not a fatal disease like the avian flu. You know, I'm glad I'm not raising turkeys or chickens right now, because if they contract it, they all have to be euthanized. Dogs can be treated. Some dogs will come through it, never even have a symptom.
Linda says that the building, walking trails, and dog parks were all treated. She says the facility has now made some changes and is more aware.
The things that we are interested in now, you know, has your dog been coughing? Has your dog been running a fever? Is your dog off its food?
Linda adds that dogs can often have the virus before even showing symptoms. In Detroit Lakes, Ashley Bishop, Valley News Live.
We have more information on protecting your dog from getting dog flu and other illnesses. Click on this story on our website at valleynewslive.com.
Well, later on Valley News Live at 6, how you can make some extra cash with some of your old appliances.
Our annual rainfall total up over 4 inches now, helping the dry conditions in the valley a great deal. More rain in your forecast. Details are straight ahead.